to My Little English page. Today is day 3 of my little marathon. Today we're going to have a look at words that you confuse easily, so easily confused words. Okay, let me just open the comments. So I see that, Gogi is here. We have Red Brandy Cherries, who's also here. Nice to see you guys. Okay, so like I said, today we're going to have a look at words that you guys often confuse. So there's different categories again. Sometimes it's because it looks the same, it sounds the same, it sounds similar, or other times it's just because it's kind of a false friend. In some languages, those words have similar meanings or completely different meaning on the contrary. So that's what we're going to have a look at today. Hello Saji, nice to see you. How are you guys? So today is a bank holiday. Is it a bank holiday where you live as well? Hey, I see we have more people coming in. Hello. So, Koke. Thank you for letting me know, Koke, though. Okay, so Sheriff is not coming today, but that's okay. All right, thank you. Hello, Adim. Nice to meet you. Hi. All right, guys, so we are going to start straight away. As you can see on this side, we're going to start with words that have the same pronunciation. So they're confusing because they sound the same, but they don't look the same. They have a different spelling, okay? You have a holiday tomorrow. Okay, nice. All right, guys, so we have 4 words in this category. Well, 8, because really there's 2 every time. Compliment and compliment. So they sound the same. I know, guys, this is a word I have covered before several times, but it's a good one. You know, being able to give someone a compliment is good. So you should know about this word, okay? So what is the difference between a compliment and a compliment? Again, guys, there's a small delay between when you type and I receive the message. So I'm going to put all of the words now so you can start thinking ahead and write in the comment section, okay? So the next ones, we're going to have bear and bear. Bear and bear, as you can hear, it's the same pronunciation. Break and break, same pronunciation. And add and add. Okay? So, thank you, Adim. Thank you. Alright, guys, so yes. Good. So, we have Sergi saying, I want to give you a lot of I think you want to give me compliments with the I sounds. It's the same pronunciation again. But, Sergi, I think you want compliment with an I. Okay. And then, so Red Brandy Cherry saying compliment is a praise. Compliment with an E. A match. Okay, I think I know what you mean by that. So you're referring, for example, something that matches your clothes. Okay, to complement your outfit, you could add that. Okay, good. Yeah, sorry, Sergi. Yeah, exactly, Red. You add something to make it perfect. Good, very good. Okay, so that's the difference. Compliment, the first one on the board. Here. Okay, so this was, you look good today. Wow, good girl. That was weird, but that's a compliment, okay? When you say something nice to someone, it could be about their physical appearance, what they're wearing, or even their personality. That is a compliment. And the other one is something that you add to make it better, make it perfect. Okay? Good. Well done, guys. So, what about the next one? Bear and bear. What's the difference? Do you know? Hello, Hassan. Nice to see you. Okay, guys. So, come on. Bear and bear. What's the difference? Let me know. Do you know? The first one you should be quite familiar with. No? Oh, okay, Sergi. Sergi, you're going that route. Okay. Yeah, that's true. You can say to bear responsibilities, for example. Yeah. I was thinking more of the animal, the bear, a bear. Okay, bear. But yeah, bear can also be written exactly this way in other expressions as well. Like, I can't bear to see you sad. And in that case, it means I can't stand to see you sad. Okay? But yeah, most of you guys were seeing that bear as the animal. Good. And bear. Red, you're saying pale. Bear means with nothing usually. So, for example, when you don't have anything on your feet, you don't have socks and you don't have shoes, and you walk on the floor, you walk barefoot. Okay? It's quite common to say, I don't know, the murderer killed the lady with his bare hands. So he didn't need any tools. It was just with his hands. Okay? If someone's completely naked, they're completely bare. That's also a way to use it. Okay? All right. Okay, so yeah, I see some of you guys. Okay, so Sergi, you're moving on to the next one. Okay, so break and break. What's the difference? Do you know? The first one is the one you should all know. The one that Sergi used, you said, I broke my leg. My break is broken. Okay, that's good, yeah? Anybody else? Do you guys know what the first break is? Okay, so the first break is either the verb to break, okay, or a break, which would be the noun, when you kind of destroy something. I'm not going to break anything, don't worry. But let's say I break it, okay? And the other one, what is the other one with an A? Break, B-R-A-K-E. What's the meaning of that one? Do you know? No? Any idea? No? Write in the comment section, guys. Don't let me hanging. Yes, exactly. Red Brandy. The brake is the pedal that you press in your car to stop the car. But you also have one on your bicycle, for example, but that's usually on the handles. The brakes, okay? Good. Very good. Perfect. Awesome. So what about the next one? Add and add. One with one D and then the other one with two Ds. What's the difference? I have something in my eye. Alright, so I see you guys are a little bit slower on this one. Do you need help with this? Add and add? Yeah, okay. The brake can be a system, I guess, but the pedal is also called the brake. Okay, good. Add 1D advertisement, okay? It's the short version of advertisement. But add with 2D it basically means to... Oh, how do you say that? To put more? It comes from to add. That's not helping, is it? So let's say in this cup there are a few pens, right? I'm going to add more. I'm going to put more. I'm adding some in this cup, okay? Good. All right. That was an easy category, right? Not too bad. Good. Should we move on to the next category, guys? I think that one's going to be slightly more challenging. Yeah, an ad block. Sergi, be careful, it's browse with an R at the end, okay? Otherwise, it's the verb to browse. Okay, good. Add, yeah, to put more. That's how I would say it. Supplement, why not? That works as well, okay? Good. All right, so let's move on to our next category. Now we're moving on to similar pronunciation. So the words are not going to look exactly the same and they're not going to sound exactly the same, okay? They are near homophones, okay? The previous category, same pronunciation, homophones. This category, near homophones. Okay? Good. So let's get started. Okay, again, those are extremely common. Those are some of the most common mistakes that you make, guys, when you confuse words. And you should be quite familiar with them. So we have quiet, quiet, and quite. Quite. Not quite the same. Quite the same. Quiet and quite. Okay? Quiet, the first one, means shh, quiet, not loud. Okay? So right now, I am going to speak quietly for you guys. Okay? No, I'm not going to do that. All right. And quite means kind of a little bit. He's quite happy. He's fairly happy. He is pretty happy. Okay? It allows you to quantify something a little bit, to intensify, sorry, not quantify, to intensify something. Okay? You are quite quiet, probably. You probably need a verb, Sergi. I'm quite quiet if I feel it's right. Sure, that works. Good. Very good. Okay, then the next ones we have, be careful, lose, lose, and loose. Loose. Okay, so it's the z sound that changes. On the first one, I like to say that it's a mosquito sound. Lose, lose, zzz, okay? Lose. On the second one, it's a snake sound. Loose, loose, okay? All right. Hello, Hashem. Nice to see you. Welcome to class. We are on our second category of the day. We are on similar pronunciation for today, okay? I lost my cap, so now my hair is pretty loose. Okay, so we can use loose for hair, but it's usually more common with girls when you have longer hair. Let's say, I do a ponytail, I have a high ponytail and have a few hair that come out of it. Those are loose hair, but otherwise it's not as common to use it for hair, okay? All right, so the first one, lose, okay, is the opposite of win or the opposite of find as well, okay? So you could, for example, lose a match or you lose your phone. That's a problem, definitely. Now, loose in general is the opposite of tight, okay? So when you have clothes, if it fits perfectly, okay, fits well. If it's too big, it's loose, and if it's too small, it's tight, okay? Good. So be careful, Hashem, you lost. You would have to use the past probably. You lost the big match. Okay. All right. The next two, I don't know if you guys know those ones. Poor and poor. Poor and poor. Poor. That's British pronunciation. If you want American, poor and poor. Poor. Okay? So, what's the difference between poor and poor? Do you know? I thought Winston was here, but he's in the living room today. Yeah, loose could be baggy as well. That's true. Hassan, sorry. Yeah, that's possible. Alright, guys. So what about poor and poor? Do you guys know those ones? Do you know how to use them? Do you know what they mean? So one of the two is a verb and the other one is a noun. Do you know which one is which? Okay, Sergi, you pour water. So I had to pour water into my glass. Exactly. It's for liquids. Good. And then pour. What is pour? It's not. Sergi, in this case, you're thinking of pour as well. But that would be P-O-O. But let me actually add it here. That's not a bad idea. Let me add it. Versus pour. But in this case, the first one, poor, and the last one, poor, also have the same pronunciation. So yeah, the last one, P-O-O-R, means no money, okay? But the middle one, poor, you're not sure about poor? On your face, on your skin, everywhere, there are little holes. Those are your pores, okay? That's where I think that's how your skin breathes. I hope I'm not saying something completely stupid. Okay, but that's where you can have dirt that accumulates. Those are the pores. Exactly, red brandy cherries. The pores on your nose. Exactly. Very good. Good. That one was a little bit more challenging, true. Just like, yeah, quite, quit. I could have put quit, that's true. That's a good one. Let me add it as well. Quit. Yeah, I could have put that one as well. That was a good one. Good idea. Good idea, Hassan. Sorry, I have something stuck in my throat. Alright, so yeah, quit. What would quit mean in this case? To stop something, okay? For example, you quit smoking. That's the common combination. Okay, good. So now let's move on to this one. Okay, this one, I'm pretty sure you're comfortable with it, but at least for my students here in Spain, it's a very, very, very common mistake. The sh versus ch, okay? So we have sheep and then cheap. Sheep, cheap, okay? Of course, sheep, the first one is meh, the little animal. And the second one is the opposite of expensive, okay? You like sheep? Good, why not? All right. Yeah, Hassan, there are black masks to clean your pores. There are other products that you can use to reduce your pores, make them smaller. Very well. Okay, good. All right, so we are finished with that was our second category. We're moving on to number 3. Let's go. Ha! So now this time we're having a look at words that are completely different, but that are often confused because in your original language it might have a completely different meaning, okay? So here we'll find some false friends and others that just people confuse because of the structure as well, I guess, yeah? Oh, we don't say sheep for the zodiac sign. I can't remember what it is. Capricorn. Capricorn. That's what it is, yeah. Yeah, why not? Cheap, inexpensive. Okay, guys. Alright, so let's have a look at the first one in the different word category. Strange versus rare. What's the difference? Strange and rare. It's also a very common mistake here in Spain, this one. I say Aries, red brownie cherries. Capricorn, is that French? That's probably French, actually. You know what? I think you're right. All right, so strange versus rare. Hashem, pour, we said, is to put a liquid somewhere. So you pour a liquid into a cup, for example. Okay? Alright, so guys, strange and rare, do you know the difference? So strange is usually something a bit bizarre, okay, weird, like what? Huh? It's bizarre, okay, it's bizarre, it's weird. Very good. Exactly, Red. It's weird. And Hassan, very good. If something is rare, it's not easy to find. Guys, I absolutely love how active you are in the chat. This is perfect. If you can explain vocabulary, it means that you know this word and you don't need to translate it in your head anymore because you can use other words to describe those words. So this is really, really good, and it's also good practice for you. Before we go back onto that very, very quickly, I do try to tell you not to do, to like, you know, be careful with typos, just because it's practice for you. So if you can write, try to use capitals correctly, try to spell correctly, and that way it's also a writing exercise for you guys. Okay, good. So I have seen somebody who wrote, yes, Sergi, I didn't have that in mind, but yes, rare also describes how you want your meat cooked. If you want it rare, it's almost raw. It's the least cooked level, I guess. Okay? Good. Very, very good. It's okay, Hassan. Don't worry. You can always watch it again. All right. Okay. You hit the nail on your head. Be careful, Red. You don't hit the nail on your head. You hit the nail on the head. Okay? Good. All right. Good job. So let's move on to the next one. This one, guys. I have been teaching for more than 5 years now, and I still correct this mistake all the time. The difference between since, ago, and for. Alright, so what we're going to do, before we explain, I want to see if you can use them correctly. So can you try and write some examples, some sentences using either since, ago, or for? Remember, you cannot use those together in the same sentence, okay? So go ahead, practice a little bit. Yeah, watch your head, be careful. Alright, so come on guys, I'll give you some time. Think about it and write down your examples. And just like I said earlier, try to make sure you use the correct punctuation, that you use capitals, and that your spelling is all good, okay? Since I learn English, I don't have spare time, okay? I was living there since 2010, okay? What else? Okay, so Sergi, be careful with your tenses. I started learning English. I started learning English 20 years ago. Okay, Hassan, I have been living here for 9 years. I have been living here. Okay. I lived there 9 years ago, that's correct. I work for a big company. Ah, okay, you're using for that way. Okay. Okay, that's not the one I was looking for, but I understand why you did that. I've lived in this country since I was a child. I learned English for 10 years. Okay, so there are a few tenses problems here, guys. Okay. In a lot of your sentences, you should be using some kind of present perfect, either perfect or perfect continuous. If you're referring to something that started in the past and continues in the present, you need to use a present perfect, okay? But that's not necessarily related to since, ago, or for. It's just right now in your examples, you're talking about something you've started living in the past. You're still living in the present, so it's connected to the past. So that's why you need the present perfect, okay? But going back to since, ago, and for, okay? Since is followed by a specific time. So it could be an actual date, okay? So since 1995, for example, since May, since last month, okay? It's a kind of a specific moment, right? It could also be since the first day I saw you, okay? This is also a specific moment, okay? We're referring to moments in the past. I'm gonna go back to ago, okay? Well, I guess I could say ago now. Ago usually goes at the end, obviously, and you have to indicate the amount of time that something happened, how long in the past something happened. So I broke my phone 2 days ago. It happened 2 days in the past, okay? Now for is followed by a quantity of time, an amount of time. So it could be for a day, for an hour, for a week, for a year, okay? It's a quantity of time that you need after for, okay? So let's see. Yeah, so Hashem, you're saying for duration, okay? Since, yeah, you indicate the moment that something started, very good. Okay, so that's all right, yeah? Just be careful then, guys, with your tenses, okay? In most of your examples, you needed a present perfect, okay? Good. Make sure you review the present perfect. All right, so my next mistake, well, not mistake, I guess, just confusing words. I think a lot of you will agree with me on this one. Actually, nowadays, for example, Coque, you're Spanish, so you probably confuse this one a lot as well. Can you guys give me sentences as well with actually and with nowadays? I want to see how you use them. Okay? Go ahead. Write down is this way. Here, in the comment section below. Okay. Alright, come on guys. I know you can do it. How can we use actually in a sentence? How can we use nowadays in a sentence as well? Let's go. Yeah, you agree, Coque, right? It is a common mistake for Spaniards, absolutely. I actually love to learn English nowadays. Okay, yeah, Sergi. That was a very strange voice. Yeah, okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. Good. All right. What else? Give me more examples, guys. Give me more. Give me more. All right. Coque, Hassan, Hashem, Red. Come on, give me those sentences. Sergi. No, you already gave me one, Sergi. Okay, so red brandy cherries, you're saying nowadays. Current time. Yeah, nowadays. Currently is similar, not exactly the same, but we'll say that for now. Nowadays, people kiss their phones all day and all night. Yeah. Exactly. Nowadays is now, basically. And actually, if you want, I think we could say it's similar to in fact, okay? In fact, it's fairly similar. So we actually started to clean up our home. Yes, we actually did it. So, perfect, good. More examples with actually and nowadays, guys? Or should we move on to the last one of this series? So Sergi, you don't need time because nowadays kind of includes it inside. Okay, so nowadays it's hard for Ukrainian people. That would work. Okay. Yeah, actually is in fact, pretty much. Good. Alright, so our last one in this category, I think this one's a little bit more complicated. Among and between. Among, between. So we have two prepositions and those two are always confused because in a lot of languages you use only one word. And because we always learn between first, we assume that the word between is the right word in every situation. Of course, it's not. Okay, Red, I like that as well. Like, to be honest, actually is a bit like to be honest. Okay. Okay, good. I like it. I like it. Good. So, among and between. If you find it easier to start with between, give me an example with between, because you might not know what among is. Hassan, that's a great one. I actually got the difference between since and for and ago, but nowadays it's hard to recognize them. Okay, why not? That works. That's good. That's good. Among is in the middle. Are you sure, Koke? I think it's the opposite. I think it's the other word that means in the middle. Okay, so Sergi, your example is good. Okay, so let's start with between. Between is a preposition that literally means in the middle. Okay, so my face is between my two hands. Okay, that's what between is. Okay, there's something surrounding it on both sides. Good? Yeah, in the middle of two things or two people. Good. Among is basically more similar to within or as part of. If we look at Sergi's example, this conspiracy theory is very popular among people nowadays. So within that community, within that group of people, it is very popular. That's what among means. Okay? There's a lot of trouble between people. That can be right. There's a lot of problems between people of the same community, for example. And that means between people. You can't say that. But you should say among, really. Yeah, I think you got me there. I think that's actually, you're making me second guess myself, but I believe you should say among in this case. It's a common mistake, yeah. Between is physical. It's physical usually, okay? Woo, let's practice a bit more. Give me more sentences, guys. For example, it's important to be among friends during hard times. Okay, so it's important to be with, to be part of, your friends, your community during hard times. Okay. There are no roads between two villages. That's perfect, Sergi. Good. Yeah, among is kind of like in the group of, yeah, within, as part of as well. In the midst of, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Extra point for you, Hassan. Ding ding. Okay, so good. We're going to move on to our last category, and then I have, of course, prepared some sentences for you guys to practice as well. Okay, so let's go now with confusing grammar. Okay, it's versus its. That's the first one. What's the difference? Do you know? I'm not sure I understand your example here, Koke. There's a big among cars between Santander and a big what? You need a noun. So this sentence is incorrect. So if there are two guys standing next to me, one on the right, one in the left, you're between them. But if you want to say that you're part of the group, you're among friends. Okay? Between 1990 and 1992, yeah, the USSR disappeared. Good. Okay. So what about this one now, guys? It's and its. Huh. I know, it sounds the same, it looks very similar, but it's not the same. What's the difference? One is a subject and a verb, and the other one is a possessive pronoun. Which one is what? That's okay, Koke, don't worry. Don't apologize for me. No apologizing here. Okay, so it's the first one on the screen. This one. Ha! It's a possessive, okay? It's the possessive of it. So your example here, Sergi, is incorrect, okay? So let's think of something that we use with it. Let's use animals. We usually say it with animals. You can't say he or she when they are pets usually because you kind of humanize them. But let's say we say it. The dog lost its ball. The ball belongs to the dog. So it lost its ball. Okay, for the example, we're using it. But do you understand that? Okay? The first one is a possessive. It shows possession. Good. And then, exactly, it's the second one. So this one is the contraction of it. It is, okay? It is, it's. So obviously when you're speaking, it's not a problem. You don't confuse them. It becomes a little bit more complicated when it comes to writing. So just be careful, okay? Good. Next one, whose and whose. Again, they sound the same. So what's the difference here? Do you know? Sergi is saying its foot is dirty. Good. Yeah. Now just so you know, for dogs we would say paws. Paws. Let me write that down. Paw. Okay, that's what we would say. Okay, so whose and whose, guys? Hi Nishan. Don't worry, we're not finished yet. We are finishing the last category, which is confusing grammar, that you can see here. And then we're going to do a little bit of practice. I have some sentences. Okay? So yes, Sergi, who's here? Who's here? The first one, who apostrophe S, means who is here. Oh, well, here is in the example. Who is, okay? And okay, Nishan, good. Whose is the possessive. Okay, when you want to ask a question regarding the possession, who something belongs to, you use whose. Okay, so whose ruler is this? It's mine. Okay, whose ruler? Good. So here, Sergi, be careful. Your question should be whose cap is this? Whose cap is this? Okay? Good. Very good. Exactly. We use it for questions. Perfect. Okay. Good. You seem pretty comfortable with this one. So let's move on to the next one. This one's more complicated. And to be honest, guys, if you don't apply this rule, it's okay. I barely ever hear native speakers use whom, even though it should be used. It's almost never heard. I don't think they even use it in the US. So don't worry. Hey Camilo, who has a bad memory. Alright, so let's have a look. Who and whom. What is the difference? Very good. Very good, Nishan. Perfect. Whom, we can say that it's old-fashioned, but it has a specific purpose. There's a reason why you should be using whom. So you use who to refer to a subject, but you're going to use whom to refer to an object. Okay? Who for subject, whom for object. Okay? Let's say I sent the letter to Pepe. You sent it to whom? It should be whom, because Pepe is an object, an indirect object. Okay? So yeah, that's just to give you a little idea. But again, guys, not a lot of people use it. So don't worry if you're not comfortable with it. It's okay, really. Don't worry. Yeah, object, absolutely. So my last one, and I think the last one, guys, than or that and than are often confused, but because of pronunciation, because you're not paying attention. I think that's the main problem here. So in this case, Sergi, you need the possessive. It's the skin of your dog. So whose skin is brown? Okay? It's the possessive that you need in this case. The one we used up in here. This one. Okay? So that and than. We use that how. Okay? And how we use that how. That was strange. How do we use that? How do we use than? That is a pronoun. It can be different types of pronoun. It can be a demonstrative pronoun. It could be a relative pronoun. It doesn't matter, but it is a pronoun. Than is used for comparatives. That's it. Don't say he is happier that, or I don't know. Yeah, no, it's not usually used the other way around, okay? But don't confuse them. Exactly. So I see than comparison, good. And then than is used for comparison. Than is a relative pronoun, good. It can connect sentences, good. Attach a dependent sentence onto an independent sentence, absolutely good. Yes, it's a type of conjunction, absolutely. It's actually a subordinating conjunction, guys. Good. Shall we go technical? I quite like actually talking about technical grammar, but a lot of people don't like it, so I don't do it. Good. All right, perfect, guys. Shall we do a little bit of practice now? So I have created, I think there's 8 sentences. I had more, but I don't think they all fit. So there's 8 sentences. They each have a gap, and you need to use one of the words that we have seen today. So it is part of the lesson, okay? This is to review what we've seen today. So you need to find a word that we used today and fill in the blanks with it, okay? Are we ready? Let's do it. Haha, these are our sentences. Your eyes are bigger than mine. Good. Sergi, be careful. You are confusing. So let me go back, because that's a good point. Here, you're confusing than and then. Then expresses consequence after, okay? I got a taxi and... No, that's not a good example. In the morning, I brush my teeth and then I have coffee. Okay, I do it after. So be careful, don't confuse the two. Okay, good. So now let's go back to this one, to the practice. So go ahead, guys. I'll give you some time to think about it. Again, I need to go to this side. Remember, these are all words that we have seen during today's lesson. So it shouldn't be too difficult to find the answer. Let's have a look at the first one. The attitude, young lady. The attitude, young lady. So the first one is actually really is a little bit difficult. We've seen the word, but we haven't seen it used that way. For example, remember I said it was also the opposite of... Oh, if I say that, I give it away. I'll help you out though. The opposite of find. When you tell someone to the attitude, you tell them to stop doing it, to not have that kind of attitude anymore. So what do you think for the first one? Yes, Sergi, they're very similar. Say the attitude, Nishan? No, that doesn't work. So Koke, you gave us one of them. Okay, so whose car is this? That was very good. Right here. Whose car is this? Oh my god, that was so cool. Did you see that? The word appeared. Okay, so we have one. What about the first one? I told you guys it's the opposite of fine, the opposite of of win. I just gave you the answer. Red Brandy, you have bare hands. You have bare hands. Wow. So you have very long claws and a lot of hair on your hands? That's I mean, why not? It's a different style. But I don't think you have bare hands. I think you have bare hands. Alright, come on guys, give me some answers. I don't want to give you the answers. You have to give them to me. Yes, Nishan, it is bare hands, spelled B-A-R-E, not B-E-A-R. Okay, you are not a forest bear. Good. Alright, so we have 2 now. What about the other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 others? Am I counting right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 more. Okay. Then we have from Red Brandy Cherries. Nowadays, people don't talk to each other. Very good. You get a little point. Good. Alright, what else? Yes, Cookie. Peter saw a bear at the zoo. And in this case, it is the bear. Good. It was a typo, Red. Sorry. See why it's so important to be careful and to practice as well. Spelling correctly. That's the perfect example. Okay. So yes, a bear. A bear. Alright, so next ones. We have 3 more to go. Can I a cuppa? A cuppa, guys, is a cup of tea. It's a way of saying it, kind of like a little nickname for a little nickname expression, I guess. An expression. A cuppa. Why did I say nickname? Nickname is for people. Forget what I just said. Okay? So, it's a little expression to say a cup of tea. Okay? So, I'm not going to say that. What word are you looking for in this case? What word could you use with a cuppa? With a cup of tea? Do you know? Any ideas? I'm running out of water. Add the attitude, young lady. No, doesn't work. Can I pour you a cuppa? Yes, that is good. Can I pour you a cup of tea? Okay, do you want me to serve you some tea? Very good. Okay, yeah, the 2 girls at the same time. Well done. So, we have 2 more. 2 more. Hey, Khalid! you wanna invite me for tea then, Camilo? Nice. Can I pour you a cuppa? No problem, Khalid. Just be careful. You're going to say sorry for being late. That's the correct way of saying it. Okay? Sorry for being late. Good. That's perfect. That's better. You were in class. No problem. Ooh, counting. Ooh. Yes, Red! You've got it! Lose the attitude, young lady. Okay, that means stop it with the attitude. Don't behave like that. It's not good. Lose the attitude, young lady. Very good. So, we have 1 more. 1 more to go. What do you think? We will be back shortly after the... This is a sentence that you could hear news anchors say, or you could have, when you're watching a TV show, sometimes there's little moments where it's not the TV show. So what could it be? No idea? A TV... Yes, Nishan, you're good. I thought some of you might say ad after the ad, but that would be strange. It's a lot more common to say after the break. We will be back shortly after the break. All right, well, good job, everyone. How did it go? Did you get a lot of those correct or not? Did you do well? Let me know in the comment section below. After the show, yeah, but we didn't see the word show today, Red. We didn't see it today, so that's why it didn't work. Alright guys, well, that's it for today. We finished the lesson, exactly, yeah, we've done 50 minutes, so that's about what I had in mind. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. What are we doing tomorrow? Let me just check, I can't remember what I have planned. So many things going on. Again, remember, it's all week from Monday to Sunday. I'm going live every single day at 4 p.m. except I think I'm going to move it up at the weekend because it's the weekend and maybe I want to do things in the afternoon, maybe like go to the beach, so maybe I'll move it up to the morning, but I'll let you know well in advance, don't worry. So let me just remind you, tomorrow's going to be a vocab lesson again. But tomorrow we're going to have a look at antonyms and synonyms and how you can use those to improve your vocabulary super easily, super quickly. So this should be a really, really good lesson, guys. Of course, don't forget to follow my Little English page on Facebook, on Instagram, but also on YouTube, and super important, press the little bell button thing. That way you'll get a notification next time or every time I post a video, okay? Also, remember that we provide speaking classes in small groups at Say Oh Yes. So if you're interested, you want to find some people to speak with, let us know. We have started a new round of classes, but we'll have some more very soon in the future. Just let us know and we'll try as much as possible to find something that suits you well. But if you are looking for private classes, feel free to contact me directly at mylittlenglishpage@gmail.com. Alright guys, yes, you have to rewatch it, Khalid. Exactly. My Insta page, Nishan, is the same. My Little English page. I'm lucky enough, well, I guess it's because it's a long name, but My Little English page is my name on every single platform. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, on my blog. So just type My Little English page and you should find me everywhere. Okay? I mean, you can ask Khalid, and if I know, I'll help you. Sometimes, like everybody, teachers like to prepare things in advance, but if I can answer straight away, why not? Tell me, what would you like to ask? I do have a few spare minutes. So what can I help you with? Yes, you guys did a really good job, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, please remember, feel free to share the lesson. I would like to reach as many people as possible. And I think you guys agree with me that the more we are, the more fun it is, because we can all participate and we get to learn from other people. So please, please, please feel free. And just don't feel free. Do it. Do it. Share the live. Share it. And why don't you bring a friend to the live tomorrow? Why not? Would you want to try it? Alright, that's your challenge for tomorrow. You have to bring a friend, okay? Anisha, you want me to sing? No! No! 2 lines of Despacito. I don't know the lines. I don't know them. Maybe we can do that on Instagram when I do lives better, okay? The singing. I don't want to be copyright flagged on YouTube. Alright, well, thank you so much, everyone. Remember, follow My Little English page on Facebook, Instagram, the blog. Also press the bell button on YouTube. And please share the live and bring a friend tomorrow at 4 p.m. Mwah! Bye-bye. Take care. And of course, keep on learning. Bye-bye. Mwah! 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 All right, see you guys. Take care. See you tomorrow.